after soldering other parts, this particular part is a very sensitive part, you can see. So while you are soldering, make sure you solder it carefully. This is a connection between the PCB board to the printed circuit board to the MOSFET board. So this is what the communication cable between the PCB board to the MOSFET board. So while soldering it, you can see how we are carefully and gently soldering it one after the other. You can see those lines that is drawn over there. Those lines are the connections between component to another. So you can see, so while soldering is soldering very well. As for those of you who are also requesting for schematic, you're going to drop a full schematic of this thing, but you first of all understand how this thing works. And make sure that when you are soldering it, you don't intercept other components with each other. Like you don't solder one component to another. So having done that, this is our relay. This is the relay part. You can see. So we are still going to solder it, just like we soldered other ones. You can see. So we gently solder our relay. So what I was saying on the PCB, the schematic you are looking for is already on your PCB. If you take up that PCB, if you do not, that is why I keep on telling each and every one of you, they should make sure that you study those components very, very well. Do a proper identification of those resistors, transistors, capacitors, diode, and so on and forth. Make sure you understand them and identify them properly. Because if you were able to understand them properly, there is no way you find it very difficult working on any circuit. Because if you turn this other board upside down, you will see that this particular circuit is properly labeled. So while you are working with resistor, the resistor is already crept on the board. All those things you are seeing there, all the components that you need to work with this board is there. Even though you are a lay person, but you understand how the color coding of every resistors, you understand how to identify capacitors, the polarity of capacitors, you understand how to identify transistors, you understand how to understand other components. There is no way you find it very difficult working on any printed circuit, with or without the schematic, because most of those things are labeled there. So the schematic you're looking at is already what we use to print this. So instead of you looking at the schematic, because we are going to work with it, instead of you looking at the schematic, you are going to concentrate more on understanding each of these components. Like for instance, we have something like 4 ohms, like 10 ohms resistor. 10 ohms resistor is boldly written there. It is your ability to identify among thousands of resistors which one is 10 ohms inside. Because resistor color coding and specification, resistor specification is not written on it. Rather, what is written is the color coding. So from the color code, you will be able to ascertain which one is 10 ohms, which one is 10K, which one is 4K, which one is 20K, and so on and so forth. Those things are the things you need to understand. That is why you have to go back to those resistors, because that is the most important thing. I think that is the most difficult part of this training. If you can be able to understand how you can be able to read the color coding, resistor color coding very, very well, believe me, you won't find it very, very difficult working on any printed circuit, whether inverter or any electronics devices. So you will not find it very difficult, because you mastering having that standard color coding, mastering all the color coding of every resistors, being able to identify every resistors that you come across with, you won't find it very difficult working on any electronic circuit board, not just only inverter. So that is why we tell you people that we don't just teach you only how to do inverters, we teach you how to be able to be conversant, you have to be familiar with electronics components, any electronic circuit. So after we must have soldered our components, that is our cutter. For those of you who are requesting for tools, that cutter is the only tool you cannot do without. You can see how we neatly cut it. So these are the components that we have soldered so far. We did not do magic. Each of these particular components are properly labeled on this circuit. You can see it closely. They are properly labeled. So it's not for you to understand which one goes to this, which one goes to this, which one goes to this. So that is the only thing you need to understand. So I'm going to snap a very clear picture of this printed circuit board PCB and drop it on this platform. So thank you very much, and see you on the next video. Peace.